Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I teach you how I lost 60 pounds with 40 more to go. It's actually 61 now, so I guess with 39 more to go by substituting the foods that I love for foods that love me back. So if you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. I made something that I absolutely love tonight. You guys, I had breakfast for dinner and I took my glasses off. They're still here, but I don't like the glare and I don't have any fancy lights. So we're just going to wing it. Okay. Because all I do is talk over these pictures. All right. So let me show you the ingredients. I made a French toast substitute from an egg loaf, and it seems complicated, but it's not. And it's so yummy and it's so filling, and it avoids the starches that are in traditional French toast. All right, so let's look at our ingredients. We've just got eggs here. I like the sugar-free syrups. This one is the Carrie's version. I've also used Walden Farms. I did dust it with a little powdered sugar substitute. So this is the Swerve Confectioners. I had vanilla paste out, but I totally forgot about it. The recipe calls for cream cheese, and I like to avoid dairy, so I've got my goat cheese and goat butter. This is the honey flavored goat cheese, but it's still only 3 grams of sugar. I did have a little dollop of whipped cream. So there's a no sugar whipped cream. I dusted with nutmeg. You can also dust with cinnamon or whatever you want to put on top. And I also put some pecans on top. The tools that you need, you just need, this is a little pan that I got at the Dollar Tree. It's a 3-pack for $1. I like these disposable ones because I just toss them instead of, making more dishes. But ideally, you would make this in a loaf pan. So imagine like a meatloaf pan, so a little bit longer and a little bit taller. This one is more shallow, so it came out a little bit wonky, but it was still yummy. Any blender, food processor, I've got the little Ninja here that I use, and you definitely need some parchment paper and also some cooking spray. All right, so what you want to do is I sprayed the tin by itself, and then I laid a sheet of parchment paper over and sprayed that. The reason why is you want it to come out easily. And when you put this parchment paper on there, if you don't spray, then it just kind of pops up. So you want to try and get it into the corners as much as you can. All right. So the ingredients, it's really only 3 ingredients that you need: eggs, cream cheese, and butter, melted butter. So the recipe is for, I believe, 8 eggs, but I halved everything and I only ate half. So my portion would be 2 eggs, but I made enough for breakfast tomorrow. All right, so I did 4 eggs, cracked them into the food processor, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So that's the goat's butter in there. And then the goat cheese. So remember, anytime you're using cream cheese or a goat cheese substitute like I do, go ahead and set that out while you're getting everything prepped so it can soften a little bit. It makes it easier to scoop out. And then when you need to blend it up, it's not like one big lump and you can get it all through. All right, so just put everything, those 3 ingredients. I totally forgot about the vanilla paste, but if you had it, you could put that in here, as well as cinnamon, nutmeg, whatever you like on your French toast. So I just blended everything up. There you go. And then you'll see all you have to do is pour the liquid into the tin. It's going to come out kind of like a thick, liquidy custard kind of texture, but you just pour it in there. And if you've gotten your parchment paper down into the corners, you should have what looks like, a flat rectangle in your pan. I did dust it with some nutmeg over top. That gives it a beautiful browning so that it looks like a loaf of bread when you bake it. All right, so here is the awkward looking finished product. You can see here, I put it in the air fryer on my cake setting, so it was 350, about 30 minutes. You can go a little bit longer if you like it more crumbly like bread. You can go a little less time if you want it more custardy like flan. And you can see my parchment paper was flapping over here, but you've got a beautiful dark crust here from the nutmeg. Now, here's the thing on these egg loaves. Just like a meringue, when they come out of the oven, they're going to be nice and puffy, but they will deflate. Don't worry about it. So that's another reason why when I make this again, I will probably do the meatloaf pan instead of a shallow pan. So you have a taller loaf that you can slice and do like French toast sticks or whatever. All right, so all you have to do is use the sides of the parchment paper and lift it out. And then I cut it in half lengthwise. If it were taller, I would have cut, strips here and pan fried those into like French toast sticks, but I was trying to resemble slices of bread. So think of those end pieces at the end of a loaf that are a little bit darker. That's what I was going for. So I cut down the middle, and I just took a close up here so you guys can see. So this is literally what the egg loaf texture is, but funnily enough, it doesn't taste very eggy to me. When it's all said and done, it kind of tastes like French toast, and it's very filling. So I had this as a meal. All right, so I sliced my loaf in half and then cut it crosswise, and I just opened it up. So I'm gonna pan fry now, and I just took one half and then I packaged up the other half. Yeah, I had a bite, I know. And that's what I'm going to have as my 2 slices of French toast. Okay, so now I've got a nonstick pan, and all I did is put a little bit more butter in there to brown them because it's already cooked, but you want that nice like griddly, I don't know if that's a word, but you want that nice griddle coloring on the loaf. So I put it the open side down and then turned it over. So you can see here, I put my 2 stacks of French toast on top of each other. So you can see I got a little bit of browning here from the pan, just a little bit to get the color that you want. I did drizzle it with the sugar-free syrup. It was still hot when I took it out, so you can see my whipped cream is starting to slide off, but that's okay. And then a few sprinkles of pecans. You guys, it was amazing. This was my dinner tonight. So, you get the treat of like a French toast, like a decadent dessert. I've made it with strawberries. You can do different flavored syrups. But this is so filling. What I love about it, when you have traditional French toast, it's good, but because there's so much sugar, you're pretty much hungry right away, or you need other stuff with it. This is all that I had. You got 2 eggs for the protein, some goat cheese, and then some sugar-free toppings. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I absolutely loved making this dinner. Give it a try. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everyone.